everybody. Welcome to a special edition of Cabin Crafts. I'm here with my very dear friends, Justine Dorn and Ron Rayfield. And we're going to do a colonial science project today, but this is very, very early American. So we're going to attempt to make milk paint today. From scratch, with real milk. So I've got, of course, plastic all over the place, so sorry about that. I didn't want to ruin my redware making milk paint. But so we're going to make this awesome stinky stuff. It stinks right now, but so the first thing we need to do is discuss where milk paint started. Any ideas?
Where it started? No, yeah. I don't know.
Who invented milk paint?
Do you guys know?
Some guy 1,000 years ago.
Ancient Egypt.
Ancient Egypt. Like exactly.
Everything starts in ancient Egypt.
And we're not making fun of ancient Egyptians. I love ancient Egyptology, and they painted with milk paint on their tombs. So that's why whenever like Howard Carter opened King Tut's tomb in the 1920s, it was so pristine. It was like they had just painted the walls.
It's a very durable paint.
It's a very durable paint, and it became very, very popular in colonial America, especially with the Shakers and their beautiful furniture. Mm-hmm. And the thing about it is it's extremely durable. It like soaks into the wood and becomes a part of the wood. So like people that refinish antique furniture, when they get down to the milk paint layer, it ain't coming off, okay? It's there.
That's why they use it to paint outdoor things like barns and garden sheds and outdoor benches.
Yep. And it's very simple ingredients until we get to the colors. But so last night, so I started this 24 hours ago. You don't have to wait 24 hours, but I did. Probably half a day would be okay. But I took a gallon of skim milk, which is no fat milk. Okay.
Fat-free milk.
Fat-free milk, a gallon. So why would they have used fat-free milk? Well, they were skimming the good cream off the top to make their butter and all that good stuff. So they had this, we basically have curds and whey, and I'll show you in a minute. And then to that gallon of milk, you're going to add 2 cups of white vinegar, just regular household white vinegar.
Okay.
And then and it all needs to be room temperature when you start it. Okay, so room temperature milk, room temperature vinegar. And while I'm at this part, I want to give credit where credit is due. I actually saw this on a fellow's video YouTube channel called Wood Shop, and he was making a beautiful shaker bench. So here is literally...
I'll say it kind of stinks.
Well, it's the vinegar.
Yeah.
So this is your curds and whey.
Oh, don't let that splash on me.
Looks like runny cottage cheese.
It does. It looks like runny cottage cheese. And so it separates into curds and whey. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to strain this very carefully.
I'm in the splash zone.
Well, it shouldn't splash with cheesecloth, but you'll see it come out.
Okay, so she has some cheesecloth down on a bowl.
Yeah. It's a colander. And then a bowl underneath it, layered with cheesecloth.
I got some on my face.
I'm getting splattered.
I got some on me.
At this point, it won't hurt you.
Yeah.
Okay, where's my colander
It's just milk and vinegar.
We need to let that drain. Can you see it draining?
It's slowly dripping out of there, the liquid.
Slowly dripping out.
So what are you going to save, the liquid part or the solid?
No, we're going to save the solid.
Okay, so we're going to save
We're going to save the solid, and this might take a while. Okay, so it took about an hour for us to drain all of the whey off of our curds, and I think it's still probably a little bit runnier than we would like, but for the sake of time, we just stopped it right there. And so this is what's left over, is that nasty, yellowy
water you don't want to drink.
No, it's whey. Way bad.
Way bad. And there's vinegar in there too.
So the next part is really super important. This is called hydrated lime. So this has to be hydrated lime, not quick lime, because quick lime heats up when you add water to it.
Right.
It gets hot. It'll actually steam. This has already been cooked and back down to powder form. So this is not going to steam, and we're going to add, this is about 3/4 cup of hydrated lime. It should be in your garden section. Okay, and they only come in big bags, but it's cheap. You can put the rest of it on your garden. And then we have an equal amount of water. And so we're going to add hydrated lime to this water.
This kind of lime doesn't fizzy up.
No.
Or get hot.
No.
I feel like this is a science experiment.
It is like, it's like colonial science.
This will still burn your skin,
Yeah,
right?
and don't breathe it. Ron! No! Get back up here, I need your help. And my assistants have died. It's supposed to be non-toxic.
For the sake of my friend, I'll continue the video.
Oh, we have way too much fun.
So
Okay.
now we've got white paint, looks like.
Yeah, so we're gonna
Don't
add
get it on
this.
your hands.
So I didn't say this earlier. This is called, after you drain the whey from the curds, this is called quark.
Quark.
It's like quack with an R.
Quark.
And we're gonna add this to our
Milk.
our curds.
Now don't drink it. Now it's undrinkable.
Yeah, now it's unedible.
I'm gonna use my spatula. That splashed up by my eye. You probably should wear safety glasses.
Safety glasses.
She tells us this now.
Gloves.
I'm the only one here with gloves on now.
I took mine off.
I took mine off too. I like to live dangerously. Okay.
Hey, they didn't have latex gloves back then.
They didn't. We're being politically correct.
Leather gloves.
And I'm just going to mix that in
With a little whisk.
with a little plastic whisk. And look, it's actually breaking down the milk, or the curd. See, it's made it watery again.
Okay, so we got it all mixed up, and what do you got here, Kandye? You got
So
some
we have
colors?
natural earth pigments, and I got these online. This is yellow ochre, and it says it came from France.
Okay.
And Justine has red iron oxide, which came from Germany. So I got these on Amazon. These are powdered pigment colors. And in early days, this is what people would have used to make their paint, even oil paints like the Renaissance painters. This would have been mixed with linseed oil and make your oil paint.
Ooh.
And that would have been up to an apprentice to do that. You had an apprentice to mix your paints for you, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make orange today. And she's got the red, I got the yellow. We got a couple of little cups of water here. And we're gonna take a couple of spoonfuls of our pigment.
Me too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's what it looks like.
So 2, because she did 2.
Bright red powder.
Mm-hmm.
I'm putting it into a little cup here that has just a little tiny bit of water inside of it.
Yeah. And if it's not dark enough, when you get it mixed like you want,
Add more.
you can always add more, yeah. Okay, so now we're going to add our pigments to our quark. Go. Okay. And now we're going to
Make orange.
make orange. And it did. Look at that. It's pumpkin-y.
It is. Looks like a terracotta.
Yeah, it's a very terracotta color.
Really neat.
It is neat.
It mixed really quickly too.
It did. Common misconception about early America was that they didn't have a lot of colors to work with, and actually they liked a lot of really bright colors. And so like we mixed red and yellow. Another common color that they really, really liked was salmon.
Well, you've seen the paintings when you go to museums from the 18th century, the
Right.
most beautiful paintings,
Right.
the vivid colors. So of course they had the ability to make all sorts of
Right,
paints.
so you would mix colors like we did and make another color. But salmon was a very popular color in early America, and that's red and white. And it made like a light orangey, corally pink that was very popular.
Did you know that pink used to be considered a boy's color?
Yeah.
Because it was considered a shade of red.
Right.
And red is a boy's color traditionally.
Right.
Now it's the other way around.
Now now everything's flipped upside down. So now we have our paint. Let's get our I got a little stool here, a little wooden stool.
And we're gonna paint it and see
And
does
we're gonna
this
see
work?
what happens. Little wooden stool. Now, the thing is, this will soak into the wood, especially a soft wood like pine.
Like
It's
a
just
stain.
like a stain. Absolutely. And so what we're going to do is we're going to paint it, and then in between coats, you would lightly sand it or steel wool it. So I'm going to dip my brush in here.
Oh wow, whoop.
It's all right.
So you
That's
have
why
to
we
do,
have a tablecloth.
so
You
you-
have to do several coats.
yeah, several coats because it's really thin.
It's really thin.
But once it's on there, it's not going anywhere.
Now
Once
will
it's on
this
there,
leave streaks, I wonder?
Well, yeah, so you need to like kind of go back over your work and work it in.
Wow.
anyway, if we would have let it drain a little bit more, it would have been a little bit thicker, and we wouldn't have to put so many coats on.
I
But
kind of like this stain.
You can still see the wood grain, which is really cool.
one thing about milk paint is it gets kind of bubbly. You can see the little bubbles in here. But you just keep brushing it out. And you can see we've already gotten darker pretty quickly. Now you really would want to let this dry in between coats. Okay, if you don't want to do your own several hour long process of making your own milk paint, they actually do make, and this is real milk paint.
It's just pre-processed.
It's just been dehydrated again,
Into a
so it's
powder.
powder form, and you just mix it with water, and you have real milk paint. And so this is the real thing. This little package online was $23.99.
But it's a much easier route to take.
Yeah, rather than doing this.
It's just more expensive.
And this makes a pint. Okay.
And what brand is this? Milkpaint.com.
The genuine homemade milk paint. Okay, so it's milkpaint.com, and they have all kinds of beautiful colors. This is an orange, so oops,
It's about the same shade, actually.
it is. So there's that shade up at the top.
Yep.
We were really close.
We are not sponsored by milkpaint.com.
No, we're not. We're not sponsored by anybody, actually.
We just wanted to mention that you can actually buy this if
Right,
you want
because
to.
so in the stores you will see like chalk paint, and then they'll even say milk paint. They're not really real milk paint. They do not sell real milk paint in a can.
Because it doesn't last for a long time.
No. So what we're going to have to do
Has
with
milk in
ours is we need to put it in a mason jar and put it in the fridge, and it'll last about a week. Otherwise, it'll start to turn bad like spoiled milk.
Right.
What do you mean you guys don't keep paint in your refrigerator next to your butter?
So you actually would be best to make, if you're going to do this route, they recommend that you do it in small batches.
Mm-hmm.
Just mix up enough that you need for your project. Don't
Gotcha.
make the whole bag,
Yep.
unless you're going to use the whole bag. But
And the only reason why this can keep is because it's dehydrated.
right.
Right.
So, but once you mix it, you got about a week, and it needs to go in the fridge. So that is our messy, early American cabin craft, frontier patriot science
Science experiment. You can make this whatever color you want.
Yeah.
And just keep putting layers of paint on it over and over until you build up however you want it.
Right. And ours, I think, I should have let it drain a little bit longer, but I didn't. But anyway, it still works. So this is actually soaked in. I'm going to do one more coat and let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's see what it looks
I like how you can see the wood grain and
Right.
the color. So maybe 3 coats would probably be about my liking.
Yeah.
I like that too.
And also, when you go to finish this, because when this gets dry, it's going to be very flat and dull. It has no sheen to it whatsoever, like a satin latex or whatever. So if you want to, it takes all kinds of finishes really well. You can rub a varnish over the top. You can rub, my favorite product that I like to use is called Bry Wax. It's a furniture wax that's got an antique tint to it. Absolutely non-toxic paint.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm still not going to eat it though.
No,
Yeah,
but
don't go out your way
but
to
if
eat
you
it.
painted your child's toys with this paint and they chewed on them, not going to hurt them.
Mhm.
Maybe a splinter,
Yeah.
but the paint itself is very non-toxic, and it has no smell.
Yeah, now it doesn't smell now that we've removed
The vinegar.
the vinegar from it.
Right. Yeah. It doesn't smell at all. I like
It
it.
looks nice.
I do
Mhm.
like that color.
So I'll finish painting this up because I'm going to show you how to do a decorative technique on another video with our little stool.
Oh, really?
Well,
Well, stay tuned for
we'll look
that.
forward to next time. then.
Yeah. There we go. Homemade milk paint.
Well, hey guys, don't forget Kandye has an online store for the shop here at SCO Shop, SHOPPE.com. You can find all the beautiful things that you could ever imagine on that site. So,
Yep, and
thank
her
you.
store too.
I'm having a hard
Sassafras
time
Creek.
keeping up.
Yes,
Yeah,
and don't
so-
forget Pioneer Days is coming up on May 6th and 7th right
Right.
here at St. Genevieve at Sassafras Creek Originals.
Mhm.
So hope you all make it out to that. It's a free event. And
Thanks for watching.
thank you for
Yes.
watching.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.